You don't know word freedom. Please cease misusing the word freedom. Please cease misusing the word freedom. It is not found in the barrel of a gun. It is not the ugly weapon becoming the plastic swan. Through the face, lift the nose jobs, we play the water pond. Small fish swimming in a big polluted pond. There's a billion televisions, they form the face of God. And we mimic the gimmick and we shout praise the Lord. 10 neon commandments flow across the billboard. A locust, a litter, they swarm shore to shore. A self-appointed preacher gives a sermon by force. The nightly news is just an advertisement for war. Base burst out of a tremendous stream forward, which tramples a scorch if it was meant to explore. We crave what we don't need and cannot afford. And freedom wants finance in the face of the poor. For one to see freedom, 10 to see closed doors. MTV forgot to tell us that most gangsters see us selfish, and those golden teeth and owls will be much harder to sell us. I am not on puppet strings, I will not dance to entertain. Crooked mouths to break these chains. We are not your property, we are not commodity. Time dissolves, we evolve, and we will be free. Time dissolves, we evolve, and we will be free. Time dissolves, we evolve, and we will be free. 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 Shadowy stare and the poison in air. When peace isn't the focus of all of my prayers. When there is no word for what simply is. Relief exists, release from this. Where volcanic roses do not bloom on the horizon. Where a wood thrush welcomes a
Show of hands if you enjoyed dinner. There we go, unanimous. Perfect, we're ready to get started, but one very important announcement, so I will talk a little extra loud. An anonymous and very generous donor has offered to match every donation made for the next hour. So if you have those little envelopes in front of you, and you haven't made a donation yet, for the next hour, up to the first 5,000 in donations will be matched by someone. So if you needed a little nudge, hopefully that's a little bit of one. Fantastic. Well, we'll start things back with a little bit of music. At this time, Chris French and Mike Evans, whenever you're ready, they're going to perform the HLFA song for us. Thank you so much. Let's hear it again for Chris and Mike. Beautiful. While they get things set down, we have a little more talent to share with everyone this evening. Akaya, when you're ready, you're next to share your talents with us. Yes.
Is that for the drum? Oh, okay. Check, 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 check. Thank you. Yazare, welcome and good evening. To we are so delighted that you all took your Saturday evening to be here to support this event. We just cannot thank you enough. So, but now we are going to dance, and I need dancers in front of me in the village. Whatever they are doing, you must be part of that. So now we are going to dance. So they're going to play the music and just come up here and we'll rock it. I know we just ate, but I won't make you dance too hard. No jumping. Oh, no, it's all good. All right, now, we need this space.
round of applause for Kaya. That was wonderful. And some of you got your cardio in for today, so fantastic. That's good. Perfect. Well, next, Senyo, as long as you've caught your breath and you're ready to go, we'll move into Senyo and Samuel doing their update, accomplishments, and the financial needs of FHLA going forward. Senyo, if you're ready.
I thought I could make it to the end, but I had to check out very quickly. Otherwise, probably we won't be able to get the event to a successful ending, because I'll be lying down here. This one? Okay. Hello? So the two of us are going to be talking, but we have this little guy. I don't know his name, so he will introduce himself. Is that okay? Okay. To introduce himself and share with you, he has been with us in Ghana, worked with the boys and the girls. It was just a great, great moment. So he will share some experiences with you, and then I will come back and say one or two words before we proceed to closing for today. Okay?
Hi, everyone. So my name is Samuel, and I spent about a month in Ghana with Senyo and in Human Factor, and I thought it was a very good experience. So the reason I went to Ghana was because of my school. We have a project where we have to get a job or an internship in an organization, and well, I wanted to be a little bit different and go to another country. And, well, I guess the opportunity of going to Ghana popped up because I know Senyo, he goes to this church, and my grandma suggested that if I wanted to go to another country, why not Ghana, since we're already connected. So I didn't really know what to expect when I went to Ghana, but it all worked out pretty well. So, yeah. Okay, so when I arrived at Ghana, I brought a few things with me, some donations, notebooks, soccer balls, pencils, all that, and yeah, I just left, and I went on the ride to Akachi, and I was really happy with how I was welcomed among the students at the school. Yeah. And I was just overall impressed with the school and the children there, because how nice they were to me. So one of the things I was impressed with was the assembly. Every morning the students would line up, and they would line up from their grade, and there would be a band there. I'm sure you saw it on the projector up here. They would have music, and there would be dancing, and I never really saw that in America, but so I was just kind of surprised by that, and it kind of, I don't know, it was just nice to see how different culture is. Another thing was before I went to Ghana, I watched the World Cup. I didn't really know much about soccer before coming to watching the World Cup, but after watching it, I just kind of fell in love with the sport. And one of the things I brought to Ghana was soccer balls. And obviously in Ghana, soccer is a much bigger sport than it is in America. So every lunch or every break, me and the children will go out and play soccer. And even though the weather is a lot more humid there and hot, we'd still do it every time. And that was probably one of the best experiences I had there. It was just super nice. Another thing I liked about Ghana and the school was how curious the children were. They would always ask me questions about how it was in America, and if I've been to different places, like had I been to Miami, did I speak any other languages, did I speak Chinese? They all seem super curious about the world outside of Ghana, and that's why I think human factor is important, because it helps these children achieve that and get their education up so they could go to school outside of Ghana and see the outside world there. Yeah, I think the school is overall great, but obviously we wouldn't be having this fundraiser if everything was perfect. The school still needs a lot of resources, so they're working on another building, right? I heard that one of the main donors had passed away recently. Sadly, he was hit by a car. So, so they need more money now, so they could finish the building. Also, the weather in Ghana is a lot more, well, I guess crazy, because some of the technology, they had computers, was destroyed by a big flood, and also a lot of the campus as well. So the donations will help to get that back on track. And human factor focuses on making leaders, so hopefully they could come back and help improve Ghana. And donations will help the school achieve that and help human factor create their goal. So any donations would help. That's about all I have to say, but thank you. The spiders. Well, I never really saw any spiders, but one thing I saw was a flying cockroach. It somehow got into my room, and that was an experience, I guess. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. Thank you.
Well, Samuel didn't tell you all the details, but you will get to know that later, because he, in a way, he was the captain or the commander-in-chief. When it's break time, you won't believe it. These boys and girls will not go and get, their food or whatever to eat. They are going to drag him out. They are going to take the soccer balls out, and they will just play and forget about school. Right? Right? And those moments were very, very special. Because for the kids, there is nothing like soccer. To talk about schooling or going to class and study, as long as we are there through our brother Samuel there, they can play and play and play and play. And when he left, every day they will come to my office. When is he coming back? So Samuel, did you hear that? They wanted me to ask you that, when are you coming back? They're waiting for you. Hopefully we have time for you to come and visit us again in Ghana. We have a few more things to do, so I will make sure I don't speak for too long. You have already heard the story about the music of the song, Love, Grace, Compassion, Forgiveness. When the Lord gave that vision, those were the 4 words that came with the mission to me. Love, grace, compassion, forgiveness. And we ran that for about a year. And then one of my students from Point Loma decided that she was also going to come to visit Ghana for a short period, and she did. When she came and then left, she shared the story with Mom and Dad, and Mom and Dad came to visit the boys and the girls in Ghana. Can you imagine that? And when that happened, the mission, love, grace, compassion, forgiveness, struck the man to the degree that he had a vision about a school's song, love, grace, compassion, forgiveness. I had written a poem that goes or went with it. So he took that and also created, did a poem more than I did. Because I did what? Love, grace, compassion, and forgiveness. But this student's father, when he read that, when he and his wife came, or the girl's mother came, he created a school song for us. And I'm going to tell you about, or just repeat the song to you. I'm not going to sing, but just the lyric. Love, grace, compassion, forgiveness. This is our motto, our purpose, our business. Love comes first, but stays to the end. Makes everyone family, everyone friend. Grace is the favor from God that we need. Can you hear that? Grace is the favor from God that we need. It grows in our hearts like a little seed. Compassion is kind, gentle, and fair. No matter who, no matter what. Forgiveness will cover the mad and the meek like new coats of paint, all shiny and clean. Love, grace, compassion, and forgiveness. This is our motto, our purpose, our business. All I knew was love, grace, compassion, forgiveness. I traveled away. This student's dad came, read those four, and he just told me, said, I just felt God beaming through me. When I came and I read that, I was in tears. I said, God never, ever fails. Amen? He never fails. Yeah, let's clap for him. He never fails. Yeah. And whatever God had already spoken to, no one can change that in your life. Neither can anybody stop it. And so we are instruments in his hand. And he has called us to play that role. Let me tell you, maybe some of you have heard me say this also before in the past. It was in 1982. I was in the aircraft going to Canada to start my master's degree program. I didn't have the money to go, but God provided. So I got into the aircraft. We took off from Accra, Ghana, going to the UK, which was 6 hours, and then from there about eight and a half hours to Canada. So we got the plane, and I was lucky I didn't get a window seat, which I usually love. So we got there, the plane took off, I was looking down there, and in and wondering where I was going. We know a lot about Canada. We know a lot about you guys. We read a lot. We study a lot. 8 hours journey. And we were on. I was in the window seat, remember? But at some point, like maybe midway or a little more than midway, I just felt some feeling within me, and the feeling was in a question form. Whatever it was coming from. Say, Senor, are you enjoying the scene? You know, the ocean, the ride? That was my second time in an aircraft. I said, what do you mean? I'm enjoying this. But then the voice came back again. What's the difference between what you're thinking now and where you're coming from? And then the dance in the aircraft began. I look out the window there, there's beauty. I'm looking at the water, there's beauty. Then I turn this way, looking back into Ghana, and all I saw was chaos. Chaos here at home. And then on, beauty. Are you with me? Just beauty. And so then I had that cognitive dissonance. And the dissonance was just mainly about, so what is the difference between where you find yourself now and where you are coming from? So I look back, I see clear. I look forward, I see just joy. So here, see me, right? In my seat. Here, here. Whatever the spirit was, sat me down again and asked the question, Senor, how is this place you find yourself now different from where you are coming from? It was at that point that I learned that God was not really sending me to Canada to go really learn and just get a degree. He wanted me to understand and know why Africa is what it is. But not only Africa, but there are so many countries outside yours that create opportunities for kids who can't really do anything with them. From the plane running, remember? I didn't tell you that. I was already 3 weeks for classes delayed. So I got out, I slept that evening. Next morning, put my things on, and you won't believe in this on winter time. You know how I dress to go
There's nothing too hard for God. Even if it looks difficult for us, it's not difficult for God.
Whatever you want to do with my life, I am here. And so the journey continues. We're so glad you are here with us. We'll be asking you to be praying for us, for the boys and the girls, and also, if possible, come and visit us. Because God has begun some work in Africa. It's still in the incubation stage. We are not to the rest of Africa yet. But when you meet some of those boys, talk with Samuel again. He will tell you a little more about those little boys and girls. God is at work. I want us to just roll down. Hey, by the way, the band uniforms you saw there too. Mr. Bothwell built a band for the boys and the girls. So let's push that up a little bit. I want to do one or two more slides. Yes. Put all the three there together quickly. The three key questions. When you look at that, you can read that through later. Maybe I'll give this to Pastor. He can pass them around to all of us. Why is it that though we make excellent technological advances, we are perennially in trouble? Why? We do so much for so little. Look at number 2. What, in your view, are we either ignorant of, missing, or not doing? We do so much, you will agree, all over the world. But just like a game of the Wheel of Fortune, you know what that game is? You spin and you spin, you think you're winning, and all of a sudden bankrupt. You have to start all over again. I'm looking at our lives, the way we do things, as just being play. And look at the last one. Last one there. What else must we be doing differently so we can get to where we want to go? Well, I'm fascinated about the game on the Wheel of Fortune. People spin, is bankrupt. They just get up and try again. Bankrupt. And that is our life in general. Go to the next one. I won't do all the slides. I will leave the rest with Pastor later so you can pass it on. And what I want you to do, if you have a piece of paper, I want you to respond to these things very, very quickly, either true or false, quickly. If you fail, you are going to stay here till tomorrow morning. If you pass, you go home, okay? Take a piece of paper and just say yes or no from number 1 to 6, quickly. You have 1 minute to do it. If you have done it before, don't touch it. Well, yeah, you can say all true or all false or combination of them is your choice. And this is where we get to know why we always succeed or fail. Everybody done? Are we done? Okay, so roll it out. Push the button. You see what it's telling you now? The answer to all the questions is what? False. The answer is false. I'm not going to explain. I'm going to leave that for you. Pastor will leave this with you so people can come and think about it. You see, oftentimes the reason why we fail is not knowing the answer we are looking for. And so we create them. Go to the next one. Now, this one is usually another quiz I give my students. But you know that we have this. We have law, we have family, we have religion, we have education, we have the economy, we have government. Right? How do those things work or not work? Anybody want to tell us what makes them work or not work? Can I hear you louder? Does everybody agree? Things don't do things. People do. That's a human factor theory. You see, much of what we do is trying to fix things. And so we fail. But when we help people change, things change. That's what the human factor theory is all about. And so our task is to take these boys and girls and groom them in the character of Christ. Are we going to be perfect? Probably not. But when you take that beam and you work it into the being of the boys and the girls, wow! But we're just beating around the bush, right? We beat around the bush and beat around the bush and beat around and say, gee, it's like the disease still follows us. And so Human Factor Leadership Academy is about what? Improving the human quality. Is it doable? I believe so. So most of the schools that we know around us, they are where? Here. Not even here. Hey, I remember those times I stole meat from the soup. My mom beat me. Said, don't do it ever again. I never did it again. Praise the Lord. I know you want to go home. Go to the next slide quickly. You see this? We have social institutions, right? We mentioned some of them already. And we have a list of them. What are the social institutions? Anybody remembers any of them? Those of you are sociologists among us? Anybody? Church? School? Government? Yes. And then the list goes on. You know what? Have you ever seen school do anything before? Have you ever seen government do anything before? What does the work? The people. So I want you to remember, human factor theory, our concept is so unique, it's different from any others you know. So the game on the wheel of fortune, right? The teacher goes and teaches and teaches and teaches. And then the student goes to workplace and is doing the wrong thing. The teacher calls and says, hey, Senor, why are you so stupid? Well, you made me stupid. You didn't touch here. You didn't touch here. That's what we do at the Human Factor Leadership Academy. When you enter that campus, right, the keys will tell you the whole motto. They will tell you the dream, the vision. And they call each other on it. If you make a mistake, if you lie, you get into trouble. So if our societies, our communities will change for the better, we have to change people. And say, oh, that's not easy. Well, who said it was going to be easy? Transformational development education. That's what we do at HFLA. And those who have been here, they will tell you the detail. Let's go one more slide and, go back, sorry. I ran away from that one to stress it. Go back. Can you go back? Okay. I just want to underscore that when you see the foundational things there, it is people who sustained it, not pillars. Did you notice that? It's people who make it happen or not. Sadly, that is not happening in too many schools all over the world. So Mission Village Christian Fellowship, Pastor, you're doing a great job. God has given all of us into your hands. Right? It's a big job. It's not easy. That's why people are not able to do it. It takes people to make it happen. And you know all these other things, right? You know that these are things. They don't do things. People using things do things. Let's do one more slide, and then MC, you can come and be with me now. Otherwise, I'm going to keep you here till tomorrow morning. And so, the human factor, that's the way I define it. The spectrum, the array of characteristics that make you who you are. And when we know that, and we know ourselves, we know that as we change for the better, things change for the better. Let me conclude. These slides, Pastor, I'll make them available since the people want to, because that's what we want to do here also. I just want to mention to you very quickly before I leave here, then we continue and go home. When you look at everything that happens around us, it is not done by things. Things are just tools. And we take them, right? And we make them do what we want them to do to get to the other end. If we will do that and do it very well, you will see that our societies, our communities, our areas will flourish, will do really well. And people will look at that and ask the question, how did you do that? And I say, we do that because we concentrate on the development of the whole being, body, soul, and spirit. And those who fail are they who concentrate on things, and those don't work. You can spin the wheel and spin the wheel and spin the wheel a million times. But if it's a human being who is doing it, things change, and change for the better. So as we wake up every day, every morning, every afternoon, every evening, remember that God has imbued you with Himself. Wow. That makes me shine in a positive way. You mean the God of the universe has a residence in me? Well, I believe that. Am I perfect? Probably not. But all I want is that His grace will continue to lead me so I can be the man that He wants me to be. That tomorrow we will not be spinning the wheel, but if we do, we are doing so to change the lives of men and women. God bless you, and just carry you through. Take you home very nicely today, and we'll continue to be brothers and sisters doing the ministry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to Samuel and thank you to Samuel both for sharing. We're nearing the end, but I just wanted to call out there's only a couple minutes left for the match. That ends at 7:35, so if you have your little piece of paper filled out and want to take advantage of that, you can take it to the back of the room right now, and that would be fantastic. We'll just give a couple minutes for that, and then we'll invite Pastor Steve and Jim up to help close us out. Sorry, Justin up. Misread my thing. Sorry, Justin. Yeah, we'll give everybody a couple minutes if you filled out your slip. Now's the time to take it to the back to take advantage of that match. haven't filled it out, we can give you a couple minutes to do that too. Let's get that then. Yes.
Well, while you guys are doing that, let me just offer a few thoughts, because this has to do exactly with what Steve just asked you to do, which is give money. And so my name is Steve deVos. I'm the pastor here at Mission Village Christian Fellowship. And I do just want to say, first of all, Samuel, thank you for sharing. Samuel is one of our own. And I do want to say there was one other benefit that I have seen in Samuel's life after playing with kids in the heat and humidity for a month in Ghana. He came back here, and shortly after we had our vacation Bible school here at this church. And our whole church comes together, but by the end of each night with those kids, we were exhausted. We were dead. And all of our other middle school and high school volunteers were practically on the floor with exhaustion, because these kids just drive us into the ground. And Samuel looks refreshed as ready to go, because he's just spent a month in the heat and humidity, and so he put us all to shame. So anyway, that is a wonderful thing. You know, there's a saying in ministry circles, and there's a question, and it is this: how much ministry can you do for $1? And the answer is about $1's worth. There's nothing overly spiritual about that. You can do $1's worth of work with $1, and the same applies here to Human Factor. How much ministry and how much work, how much difference can Human Factor make, Human Factor Leadership Academy make for $1? About $1's worth. And that's why we have a fundraiser like this. Mission Village Christian Fellowship has been part of Human Factor Leadership Academy from the beginning, and has been supporting this wonderful cause for a very long time. Not just with our finances, but also with our prayers and with our people. We have sent people like Samuel over the years. Several times we have sent groups, and Lord willing, if things fall into place, we would love to be able to send kids from our youth group in the very near future. And so we are praying and working towards that. And I say that not to pat ourselves on the back and to say, look at us, we're such a wonderful church. No, I'm really not. My point in saying that is that this church is deeply invested in Human Factor Leadership Academy. And so from that place of investment, we want to invite you to join us. I know many of you are already have made that same investment. And so this is a time to say thank you, but also a time to maybe challenge you and to think about, what can I do? Maybe I can do a step more. The goal for tonight and for this fundraiser is $50,000. And that breaks down into a couple of different needs. Samuel mentioned the building project that is taking place. There's also a need for a computer lab. And there's also a need for office and maintenance equipment. You know, the day-to-day running has to keep running on a day-to-day basis. And that all requires money. And so that's how this $50,000 breaks down. But beyond that, I want to suggest that your support and your ongoing support of Human Factor Leadership Academy helps give this school a competitive edge in Ghana. We may not think about it, but there are a lot of schools in Ghana. Many of them are run by the government, public schools, just like we have here, public schools. And I don't think there is any doubt that the quality of education that Human Factor Leadership Academy provides is vastly superior to anything else that you will find in Ghana. Parents know this. This is why they send their kids to Senyo. They know what they are getting. But the government can do things that Human factor can't. They can provide extra incentives. They can provide lots of free things, and our schools do this too, by the way. And then what happens is that you come to this place where parents are faced with a really difficult situation. I want my kid to have the best education possible. I want my kid to have access to the best future possible. I want my kid to make a difference. But we really need help financially, and what they're offering, can I really pass that up? And so this is not just a bricks and mortar fundraiser. Okay, we need the building, we need the computer lab, we need this. It's also to say, we want to help Human Factor continue to have a competitive edge so that they can continue to make a difference in the future of Ghana. Because as Senua says, this is not just, oh, we want to provide an education. No, we want to reach people so that people can change the world. And so we want to invite you to join us in making this happen. Now, on your tables, if you have not already filled this out, if you've not already taken your card to the back, you will see a long rectangular card, and it is a giving card. You can give in a variety of different ways. You can scan the QR code. I did that earlier this evening. That was really easy. I like that. That was cool. There are suggested giving levels on there. $10, $25, $50, $100, $250. Let me just say, we want to encourage you to give what you are able to give and what is on your heart to give. And if that's $10, that is awesome. That is amazing. $10 is a whole lot more than $0. $5 is more than $0. But if God has blessed you and you have the resources and you have the ability and it's on your heart to give, then if you are able to give more, I would encourage you to give more. And by all means, don't let that $250 amount stop you. Like, well, I can't give anymore because the card says $250 and I can't do anymore. No, yeah, you can. If something is on your heart, just as the Lord put a vision on Senyo's heart, if that is on your heart, then go give it. Like we have said, we have this matching gift up to $5,000. I don't know who that is from, but by all means, let's take full advantage of that and make sure that we match that tonight. So again, please fill out your pledge card. You can also consider giving annually, and so that this becomes an ongoing gift to support Human Factor Leadership Academy. Again, we have been invested in this school for a very, very long time. And it is a joy to be a part of that. It is a joy to hear about the work that Senyo is doing. I always look forward to our times together when you are back here and just chances to talk shop over lunch. And so we love you guys. And I want to thank all of you for being here. And I want to thank all of you for your support. Your support means the world to the work of Human Factor Leadership Academy. And so thank you on behalf of Senyo. Thank you on behalf of the board. Thank you for your support. You still, of course, can give. And just the final thing that I would say, I know Senyo mentioned some things about being here all night. If, by the way, you want to do that, worship starts at 9:30 tomorrow morning right in this room. So you just stay here and, I am actually going to go home to my bed. I'm not going to do that. But, I'll see you here at 9:30 if you decide to stay here all night. So, what? Oh, okay, Tony's camping here. So you have a friend. You have someone to spend the night here with. This is awesome. Are your kids going to spend the night here too? Oh, they walked home. They're very self-sufficient. That's very impressive. So thank you again for your time. Thank you again for your generosity. And thank you for being here. We are so grateful to all of you. And God bless you. And have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And Steve. Thank
Thank you so much, Pastor Steve, and a fantastic name, by the way. Last but not least, yes, absolutely. We'll invite Justin up to say a few final words and thank you before we end the evening.
Hi, guys. First, I just want to say thank you to everybody in this room for being here tonight. There are incredible stories unfolding in Akachi at HFLA right now, and being here tonight, we're all part of that story. And just first want to say thank you for being here and being a part of it. I want to say thank you to the board members and all the volunteers that made tonight happen. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you to Mission Village for steadfast support and hosting this event. Thank you to Olivia's Kitchen for the delicious food, Akaya for the amazing music, Chris, Mike, thank you guys. And yeah, I'm just going to close this out in prayer real quick. So yeah, join with me. God, I'm overwhelmed with the grace that you have covered us all with. And I just pray that those kids in Akachi at HFLA can experience that grace at HFLA, and that just the human factor would flourish there. We thank you for this night, and we just thank you for your love. And yeah, amen. Thank you, guys.
That concludes our official program. Thank you again for everyone that came. There's still time to give. There's still time to shop. There's still time to talk to Senyo and learn more about everything that the Academy is doing. But thank you, everyone, for coming. Have a great evening.
Yes,